So I know I did a removal video of this fairing piece, which is actually over here. But here's the trick. Since this is a Pursuit, it has another module here that usually fits right there. So this one right here is this one. I marked it 2 because I wanted to make sure. I want to say this is for the garage door opener, I believe. Anyway, or excuse me, the garage or the windscreen. Anyways, these modules are, there's supposed to be one right here where Davidson Audio put the DSP at. So the question is, where do you put that damn thing? I did try to modify this a couple times, but after talking with Brandon, he did have a point about this GPS, that it might hinder the GPS with EMF. So the trick will be to put this other module, which is, I believe, is for the fog lights and a couple other things, down in here where it can go, and I'll just zip tie it in there out of the way once I kind of get all this kind of figured out and lined out and done all the other wiring. So just note to self that if you have a Pursuit and you want to do a wicked stereo system, there is going to be some things you have to modify and move around and all that. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying I know why they pay, or why they get paid. So, all right, just kind of a update to doing this bracket. So I've got to run the other side of the GPS connector, comes over here through this hole, goes through this hole right here, and goes to the other side, and basically hangs out like so through that hole. The other thing that goes through there is the fog light, and that's where this other module somewhat ties into all this. So this too, after running through this little cable, has to come through here also. Comes through here, and then we'll come all the way over to this area where I'll meet up with another connection for the fog light that's down there at the right there. So I want to pre-run this before I run the power lines. Trying to make sure I've got everything figured out through here, and try to run these harnesses. The other thing I'm adding is a powered antenna line. Next, I'll bring this wire back through. Just ties underneath here like so. I'll bring this one up like so. And I will feed this around. The others, just try to clean that. Now let's need a little bit of a gator so I can bring it right through. Okay. I did this prior. It's a big deal, but it does come through this hidey hole. Be cleaner, but the question is how long are these? They're not that long. So how did he do this? Or how did he want to be done? All right, so I got the power in. I'm gonna put the fuses back in there. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a pain in the ass. Okay. All right, I'm gonna throw a zip tie around this thing. Throw 2 zip ties around this thing. Okay. That will be for the power. Power. Put this case back on that son of a bitch. Secure that a little bit better. All right. That should be all my hots. Okay. Okay. Flush cuts. All right. Now the black. Now the black. I got a lot of black line here. Which way do I want to go? That's half the battle, is figuring which way you want to route this. Which I got plenty here. I'm gonna go through here and up right to the other side. And that more than enough. Okay. I also want to put the grounds for the phone charger and we've got a powered antenna. We're going to try it, see what happens. So this one should be longer because I've got to go to the power on this opposite side, right? Yep. Yep. Okay. So it should be like this. All right, I think take a video on the, I'm putting the AM/FM receiver right here. I'm not sure if that'll be a good idea or not. We're about to find out. I don't know if it's gonna get too much water, but I'm gonna go ahead and put some of these clamps or those stickers that go along that I can get this all tucked up in there and then finish the zip tie up. But that's what makes sense to me. I think the shroud will cover it. About to find out. So, alrighty. Okay. This is where I stuff this thing at. Oh, I'm talking to the bike, bud. Nope, talking to the camera. All right. Where are we gonna hide this thing at? Where's that light? It's gotta go in there too. Golly, I got a lot of stuff in here. Okay. I think we can get away with it right there. I'll have to zip tie this to that. Start zip tying this stuff here. And I gotta start manipulating all these cables. Okay, so this is an update to the wiring. I had to rewire this, I think, a third time now, so I could get all the wire in here so I can get the dang fairing on. So the biggest obstacle is, after talking with Brandon, this we did on another pursuit, is you have to put this number 3, one of these, and slave it in here because it's supposed to be right here. So I think I have the wiring set. I have, again, I did add a powered Dakota digital, and I'll probably do another video on this once I see how well it does. And then I added a powered phone charger holder, and that's there. And so that's wired to the powered blocks. The biggest obstacle is that the wiring is big, but just trying to get everything so it will lay back. So this is what I did for the amps. It seems to be doing fairly well. And I just bought a bunch of these off of Amazon. I cut this one so it would fit, but so these are actually right here. So I can zip tie this harness, kind of like this one right here, and get all that wiring in the back, so that light can sit right here, because it takes every single bit of the space. But I think I finally got it. About to find out. I have already test fit the fairing once, so it seems like it will go on. It's going to take a little bit of finagling, I guess would say. So just kind of go over, all my wiring. Remember, I have 8 speakers in this thing. So all the wiring comes from here through there, and got the backbone. This is the wiring for the speakers right here. You won't see it once I get the tank on here. That's going forward. It's got a disconnect here. So I'm running all the harnesses. It's really hard to see, but right in that hole. And then on the opposite side, I've got all the power coming in and going through the other side of that hole, and basically, sorry about that. Basically trying to sorry, I'm still messing with the harness a little bit. Get all the harnesses in there. So they have movement for one, and then two, basically so the fairing can get in there. So I think I got it this time. It's like the third time over. I gotta pull these back out. Get the fairing back on. Oh, so, all right. That was just an update to my harness install. Thing looks fairly clean. I've tried to zip tie everything, make it pretty sturdy. So now we just got to get that sucker in. Once it's on, I think we'll be good to go. All right, it's Reyff Designs. Later.